Saw some guy wearing a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey last night, which was pretty sick.
Only time I've seen Michael Jordan play was as a Wizard.
Really? Shout out.
I will say, Luka, if Wizards fans were not going to go to that game, no one would have been there.
No, there was, guys, so that was my other note, is that stadium was empty. So me and my girlfriend were sitting there and we were talking, and the stadium is very nice.
Yeah.
Everywhere around it is very modern, very cool. Definitely the nicest exterior I've ever been to. Like, they have a little basketball court outside.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Well, Bombers got, like, really endless money.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know if you guys were there, or if you've been there, but the stadium felt small to me. It felt like too vertical.
Oh, really?
It felt too tall.
And that's kind of the thing that they've got, right? Like, they've got that wall. I don't know what they call it
and
officially.
the wall was cool. Like, I kind of like the idea of having a fan zone just for fans. I think that's a cool idea. But
The wall.
But yeah, the wall. But I think when I was there, it felt like I was just at a Nuggets game, or not a Nuggets game. I was at actually a Colorado Mammoth box lacrosse, but they play in the Nuggets stadium in Denver, and it felt way bigger.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's just because it's more like spread out and like the seats go further back.
Right.
But it felt kind of small, and it felt like if you were sitting in a bleed seat in Denver, you're able to see the game still on the court.
Right.
If you're there, they have this big Halo Jumbotron, kind of like it's SoFi.
Okay.
And it felt like if you were just up there, you're just watching the Jumbotron. And I'm like, I feel like even if you're at a game like that, you should still be able to look at the court, and it just gave me the vibe that I wouldn't be able to look at the court that way. It felt like it was very in your face.
Wow, okay.
But the tech is really cool. Like, the lights and stuff on the seats, like when they would score, they do red and white, blue lights and stuff, was awesome.
That was cool. How about the concession stand experience?
It was very, I set up my Face ID thing, walked straight
so you
in,
had
it was
to do
very
that
cool.
beforehand.
I set that up beforehand, so thanks for telling me to do that. And I walked into, got a beer, walked out, super easy. Very, very easy. I will say, though, that it was, I knew it was going to be expensive, but I was like, for one little cup, I was like, $18. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? For one beer. But other than that, very good.
Legal?
I am 22 years of age.
Woo.
And but also, so it was a good thing that it was not packed is my other thing, because I got good seats for us. Like, we were kind of, behind, like kind of on to the side, like in the middle, like one row to the side, so not direct middle. But we were like, there was 5 minutes left before the game started, and we were like, hey, there's like nobody sitting over in the middle section.
Right.
So we walked over, kind of snuck our way over into this area, this middle section, which happened to be the club area. And we found ourselves in the club seating, and right in the middle of the court.
Nice.
Which was awesome. So we got perfect seats. And then also through that, I mean, this is like Ballmer. I mean, I'm not to expose your security or anything, but we just went straight into the club. We were just chilling in the club, hanging out. And it was super nice.
That's great. I'm jealous that you got to go. I got to get over there.
It was very cool. All things considered, I would say that the game itself, the Wizards lost, which was what I wanted. So, and they put up a good fight for like maybe 5 minutes.
Right.
Alex Sarr got ejected for slamming the ball on the ground, which is one of the softest things I've ever seen. But it was fun. It was a very fun time.
That's awesome.
I would rate it overall an 8 out of 10. It was very enjoyable.
There you go.
And it's only like
Shannon can hear me. We tell her she could come sit.
Shannon,
come on over.
And it was only like 15 minutes away from my house. So I mean, it was super easy to get there.
Not too far from here either.
Yeah. So I mean, it was very, very fun. The thing is I feel like the Clippers, and no disrespect to any Clippers fans, I know I just found out Connor Hurley's a Clippers fan.
Bless his heart.
But I don't think they deserve that stadium, to be honest with you. Because it was kind of sad. I was like, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
It's a nice stadium.
It's super nice.
Yeah, I like the basketball court outside.
The basketball court outside was fun. All of it's awesome. Like, it's a very, they did a very good job with it. But the thing is that there was just nobody. It felt very empty.
Yeah.
The whole,
that's what Wednesday night, bad teams playing. That's the reality.
And I think that's like also why I put an asterisk by me saying that, because who wants to see the Wizards play aside from me?
Right.
And the 10 other guys that were in that stadium.
If that's a different team, not the
If it's the Lakers or something, it's for sure.
Wait, was Trae Young? He wasn't playing, right?
Exactly.
No. But I did snap some exclusive photos of Trae Young. From where I was at, he was street clothes Trae Young.
Oh, there you go.
Just chilling right there.
There he is.
It was actually pretty funny, because you can just tell. I mean, obviously he hasn't been there for very long, but how like he was like. Guys were going up and like high-fiving the bench and stuff, and he was trying to do like handshakes with them and stuff.
He's
And
trying to learn.
Still practicing.
Yeah, I was like, he just didn't have it down. I was like, Trae Young, I love you. I can't wait to see you play. But
Yeah, we're still
I felt
getting
a little
those
bad.
down.
I know. I was
I'm
like,
still kind of mad he got traded to the Wizards, though.
what
They
you
did him
mean?
dirty.
Yeah.
What you mean? The Wizards? We have a strong young core. What you know about Keyshawn George, Bub Carrington,
Nothing.
Exactly.
Alex Sarr? You guys don't know about my boy Bub Carrington?
I don't remember nothing about it. Like, they haven't been relevant for so long since.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about the 2016
Bradley Beal,
trend.
Michael Jordan.
You know, like that whole 2016 trend that's going on right now, 10
Yes.
years ago. That was the last
I
time
don't
I
get
saw
it, but I know about it.
That was the last time I saw a Wizards basketball game that I didn't want to pull my eyes out. Like last night, guys, I'm telling you, those guys were just running cardio. They were turning the ball over. It looked like a peewee team playing an NBA team.
Right.
But they're getting millions. That's
And they're still getting their bread though, so I respect it.
Yeah, I can't knock that.
And you know, and shout out the 10 other Wizards fans that were in the stadium. That's the most I've seen in my lifetime. So
How much are the tickets?
All right, well, with all that said, let's...
You guys
it was
ready
like
to start with
before we
something
lose.
that has two of you very happy today?
No disrespect to the Wizards.
what? Man, the Wizards, guy, that's a legendary franchise.
Bless your heart.
Wes Unseld Jr., you remember him?
Legend.
I respect that you know like the names.
Come on,
of your players.
I know
respect
my
it.
guys.
So, Steve, we're going here. We're going to talk about Jim Harbaugh.
John
Harbaugh, excuse me.
Harbaugh, and it's NFL analyst, host of CBS Mornings,
Jimmy
former
Harbaugh.
NFL veteran, Nate Burleson. What he means to the Giants.
So,
What this means for them.
Was CBS this morning's?
CBS Morning.
CBS Mornings.
Obviously the CBS NFL
CBS
analyst.
Mornings host.
Played 11 years in the
Yeah.
league.
Nate was one of the first guys that I ever knew.
Yeah, he was great. I used to, when I was at NFL Network, I did a bunch of them.
Don't reveal your
Great guy.
sources.
Nate Burleson. Okay.
We'll
All right.
start on single, and then once you introduce...
What's our question to him? To Nate?
You could probably just tee it up what this means for the Giants.
What's this mean for the
it
New York
starts with his
Giants?
answer. He says this is a big
Are we live on
this is a
YouTube
big
yet?
move.
Oh, ours.
Are
So
we?
you'll be on single?
Yeah. Yeah, guys. I don't know. We're not up on YouTube now, right?
He
We are
just
not.
checked.
We're okay. So there's some technical issue that we're having, guys, with YouTube. So
Shoot.
if you're hearing this, I suppose you know.
Oh wait,
but
it says we're up on YouTube.
Oh, is
give
it
it a shot.
working now?
Is that right now?
That looks like right now.
Okay. Well,
Shannon's here.
God bless. Great. That's even better.
Welcome on
Yeah, we were
YouTube.
having a problem or a little bit earlier today,
but I
but
can't
sounds
see
like,
the chat.
sounds like we got it going.
It says this
Lucas
video is private for me.
Oh,
Oh.
Did we re-up? Because if so, we have to change the.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
Just Slack Jim real quick if you can, but let's get
All
going.
right, so
on
Babcock, this camera first, straight ahead.
straight ahead, and then okay, and then we're gonna do. We talked to CBS this morning. CBS Mornings host Nate Burleson, NFL analyst, former NFL player. What's this mean for the Giants?
So you'll start on single, and then once you bring them in, we'll be on wide.
What were the Giants here this year?
the Polish Hammer, another great
What
wizard.
were the Giants? 3-14.
Jesus, they were. I
A
think
lot.
so.
They lost a lot to a
Won
little.
3 games. No, 4 and 14. 4 and 13. Right.
Bottom
they
of
lost
the
2
NFC.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 and 13.
Only one game behind the Commanders.
Okay.
The Boo Boo Commanders, the fraudulent Commanders. Shout out the Commanders though for making me a lot of money. Betting on that, on the win unders.
Why didn't you like my Eagles story?
Your Eagles story?
Yeah,
What Eagles story you do?
the day you guys lost. You didn't see it.
All right, you guys
No, I
ready to
saw
give it a
it.
whirl?
Yeah, let's do it, Steve.
See, I was very hurt. I was going through a lot that day. And I had you, Charles, everybody on me. It was crazy. It was like a full-fledged assault.
I left you.
Okay. Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here with Lucas, Luca, and Shannon in the house. Guys, New York Giants. Sounds like they got their guy, got their man. He is the most coveted head coaching candidate out there. A lot of teams need a coach. New York Giants put on the full court press, and by all accounts, it looks like this thing is as close as it could possibly be to getting done now. Obviously, we're filming the show in the afternoon. It's possible that things could have changed by later on. Hopefully not for the worse for Giants fans, but very possible that this thing, when you're watching this, is actually a done deal. Again, this is who they wanted, right? John Harbaugh was the guy that the Giants they targeted from the very start, and again, it looks like they're going to sign him to a very, very lucrative contract. Question is, what's it mean for the New York Giants, who have been really bad? They've been through multiple head coaches over the last 10 years, and while they've made the playoffs here and there, this has been one of the worst franchises in the entire NFL by wins and losses. It's just not debatable. But we've seen that things can get turned around very quickly. I mean, look at Liam Cohen in Jacksonville. You know, you look at the Patriots in New England, and it can happen fast. Yeah. That's what we asked Nate Burleson about this morning. He was outside of the CBS Morning studio, but of course he is also a football analyst for CBS and was a very good wide receiver in his own right. We asked him, what does this mean for that G-Men franchise?
Yeah, this is a big-time move for the Giants. Listen, they wanted to make a splash, so you only make a splash by getting a big name. That's as big as it gets. But you need somebody that knows the game. He knows the game. You need somebody with championship pedigree. He knows what it's like to win a Super Bowl. Also, here's the thing people aren't talking about enough, is that Harbaugh knows what it's like to work with young quarterbacks and help them turn into superstars. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, a young Joe Flacco with Harbaugh. And also Lamar Jackson came in very talented, but helped him become the Super Bowl MVP twice over. So now he's working with Jackson Dart, the young fella. You know, he brings in a little bit of that old school, authoritative, also disciplinary energy that the Giants need, because they're very young and they're very talented. So, but let's be very clear though. This is a hire to win now, not to rebuild for later.
You know, these points that Burleson brings up is exactly why I wanted John Harbaugh to coach the Cleveland Browns. A young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, the guy who wants to win now. You have an elite defense already with the Browns. It seems like you would just plug and play. Things would turn around. Obviously, a lot of organizations felt that way, but to be completely honest, the most sense made to go to New York, especially with a guy like Jackson Dart, especially an historic franchise that seems to know what they're doing overall, maybe not in recent years, but overall, a very prominent franchise within the NFL. This makes absolute sense.
I agree with you, because I think being a blue blood franchise and all that's important, but I do think too, at the end of the day, Jackson Dart's the most important thing. That was the biggest bait, the biggest lure to get him here, right? Because you don't want to have to find a quarterback.
Yeah, right? No, not at all. And honestly, the last old school, like what he said about the old school coaching way and everything, the last OG we had was Tom Coughlin. And what happened with that? We won the Super Bowl twice. And that happened too long ago. So us Giants fans are just tired. We're tired of this whole rebuild thing. And I think Harbaugh will be the one to just get us there. We don't have time to rebuild. We try to do that with Shermer, Brian.
Right, yeah. I mean, Ben McAdoo. They've tried and they've swung and missed. Right, it's so bad you literally forget these guys' names because it's just a horrible, horrible times. Losing season after losing season after losing season. I think with Harbaugh, he is going to be the coach for the next 10 years, and he as long as he's got the pieces, as long as he's got the groceries, he's going to give you a winner.
And he did do great with Lamar Jackson. Remember, Lamar Jackson dropped in the draft because everybody said, he should be a running back. He shouldn't be a quarterback. Harbaugh said, no, he's a quarterback. Right. And he made him a two-time MVP. Granted, they never made it to the Super Bowl.
They got close.
But they got close, exactly. So I think maybe a change of scenery is good for both of them.
Absolutely.
And they kept coming come across this buzzsaw, the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, the AFC has been brutal for the last 10 years with the quarterbacks sitting at the top, Patrick Mahomes being obviously the definition of that. But you said it perfectly, right? It takes one coach, it takes one quarterback, and you have a new franchise, right? You have Bo Nix on the Broncos, Caleb Williams on the Bears. Drake May is, all of a sudden in his second year an MVP favorite. And that all the common theme, new head coaches, guys that are able to develop their quarterback. That's the most important thing. Getting somebody in the draft like that is not an easy thing. We've seen that time and time again. Your franchise has experienced it before, You guys have a guy now, you have a coach. You guys are still the little brother of the NFC East. The Eagles still run that. But you guys have a great chance of dethroning them next year.
And honestly, better than Harbaugh, like the availability that's out there right now.
No, nobody.
I mean, he's exactly.
Nobody.
No disrespect to other ones, but
yeah, I think you probably have a lot of teams that say, I wish we had a head coach opening. Like, look at the New York Jets, for instance. Aaron Glenn had a really bad season. Job was on the line. He was on the hot seat. They ultimately chose to keep him. I'm not saying that the Jets would have hired Harbaugh. Maybe they would have. Maybe they wouldn't. But he's a guy that doesn't really come around all that often, right? And for the Giants to have lucked into having the opportunity to hire this guy. I mean, this has really worked out perfectly for the Giants. Watch now, guys. This will fall apart, and he will not be coaching for them. Watch. Just the Giants' luck.
There's no reason why it should fall apart. Give the man what he wants. Like, just get him.
Yeah,
but there's nothing else out there. I'm telling you, you need a veteran OG to get the Giants back on track.
We speak it into existence, not falling apart. John Harbaugh, new New York Giants head coach. Congratulations.
But if it does fall apart, John, there's an OC opening in Philadelphia.
The Eagles are going to suck next year anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We're going to suck?
So John Harbaugh is going to go be the OC.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch, you're
Nick Sirianni.
Oh, God,
you're going to lose A.J. Brown, and then they're going to be cursed.
Yeah.
So actually,
I like that.
No, A.J. Brown, Howie Roseman said something very interesting about A.J. Brown. I'm kind of curious what you guys, what your take is on it.
What did he say?
So he was interviewed today and was asked about the possibility of trading A.J. Brown. Let me find the quote. But essentially he said finding good players in the NFL is the whole goal, right? In free agency, you got to find good receivers, stud receivers. In the draft, you look to hit a stud receiver. And he said that's what A.J. Brown is, and that's all he said. So,
I get it. I think I understand what you're saying.
Here's the quote. It's hard to find great players in the NFL, and A.J.'s a great player. That's what we're going out and looking for when we go out in free agency in the draft, is trying to find great players who love football, and he's that guy. So that would be my answer.
That would make me think that they are not going to look to trade him.
That's my thing.
I think the bottom line is that he's saying that the idea is to find good players, and if you got good players, you don't trade good players.
I mean, he's under contract too. I think. I don't know if his trade value is maybe the highest, just because he's kind of a diva.
Probably not.
And I love him. Like I've said, this entire season I've gone hot, cold on him.
You were more hot.
I was, I mean, just because I just can't stand as a guy who's played sports and stuff my whole life, I would never dream of going and yelling at my coach on the sideline for something like that. It's just.
Let's talk about some teams that are still currently playing. The Seattle Seahawks might be in some serious trouble this weekend.
What's going on?
Sam Darnold is officially listed as questionable after an oblique injury.
Oof.
Oh.
Not the oblique.
49ers.
I'll tell you what. For
Things
the
are
Niners
looking good right now.
The Niners have been so snake bitten by injuries this season. I hope to hell that Sam Darnold is healthy, because that's a really fun game, I think. It's a compelling game, and you want to see them at their full strength. But, man, for the 49ers, they could use some injury news that's helpful to them.
Seahawks backup Drew Lock took first-team reps today. I mean,
here's
my hot take. Are Drew Lock and Sam Darnold that dissimilar of a player?
No, you know what, Luca? I think you
turnover-prone quarterbacks that can throw it down the field.
Luca, I think that's a good point.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are they really that vastly different?
Drew Lock. I was really hopeful not this season. Last season, I was really hopeful the Giants were going to have I don't know.
Actually, it was the Giants. I saw Drew Lock put belt to ass on the Eagles one time. I don't know if you remember that game. He led some good drives to take.
He can play. And look, the Niners defense sucks. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So my Yeezys here falling apart. The 49ers defense sucks. They can't stop anybody.